Politico is reporting on a new story involving Hillary Clinton, and Hillary is planning on getting back into politics in one of the worst ways imaginable. So let me tell you what they report here. 6 months after losing the presidential election, Hillary Clinton is ready to wade back into politics. The former Secretary of State is building a new political group to fund organizations working on the resistance to President Donald Trump's agenda. Spending recent weeks in Washington, New York City, and Chappaqua, New York, meeting with donors and potential groups to invest in and recruiting individuals for the group's board of directors. Multiple people close to the two-time White House hopeful and people familiar with the group's planning told Politico. She's looking to launch the group, expected to be called Onward Together, a nod to her campaign slogan, Stronger Together, as soon as next week, they say. Clinton's spokesman declined to comment for this story. Let me just pause real fast to reflect on that name. After it became utterly apparent that one of the reasons she lost is that she had a messageless campaign. It was empty. It was vapid. It was vacuous. Because she would just spew the platitudes and the cliches. America is already great. Break down the barriers. Stronger together. She's setting up a group and calling it Onward Together. You want to talk about not learning the lesson of the previous election? Guys, only 25% of her ads were focused on policy. And what's her approach now? Let's make a group that we're going to call Onward Together. Again, empty, vague, so that you don't... She wants to give you the impression, I'm for good things and against bad things, but you don't ever cite what those good things are, because you're not really for good things. Okay, let me continue. Clinton has been working with Dennis Chang, her campaign finance director, who was previously the Clinton Foundation's chief development officer, to bring donors into the fold. This is now the third reference to donors in this short article. The new organization is not expected to have a large staff, but will instead focus on sending money to other organizations at a time that Democratic donors are largely unsure about how they should spend their cash. What is that, the fourth reference? So short article, already had 4 references to donors. Did you guys notice any references to policy? You didn't, right? They didn't mention a single fucking policy. Why? Because it's Hillary Clinton 101. Put the cart before the horse. I'm launching this new group called Onward Together, and the whole point of it is to get donors together, raise big money, and then give it to resistance groups. You know what this really is? This is Hillary Clinton making sure the Democratic Party remains corporate. It remains a party that's beholden to Wall Street and Big Pharma, and the insurance companies, and the military-industrial complex. That's what this is. The whole point of it is a donor network. They say the staff's going to be small. Why? Because they don't need anybody. They're not going to do anything. They go to Wall Street, take the money, and then funnel the money to the so-called progressive groups that they know will do the bidding of Wall Street and the donors. This is a coup by Hillary Clinton, by the corporate Democrats, to try to make sure the Democratic Party remains corporate. Let me be crystal clear. They are the enemy. The Clinton zombie is still trying to control Democratic politics. And if they win, you will have perpetual losses for the Democrats. They're already obliterated and decimated. From the 1980s and onward, we've had this neoliberal model of Democrat, which is a Wall Street party, a military-industrial complex party, a corporate party. And what are the results? The Republicans now hold the Senate, the House, most state legislatures, most governorships, and they have the presidency. So this neoliberal model failed. It's not a matter of interpretation. It's not a matter of opinion. It's a fact. It failed. If it didn't fail, we wouldn't be at this point. But now, in all of their hubris and arrogance, they say, nope, let's continue with the corporate money. But that's the fucking problem, Hillary. That's the problem. But they don't get it because it's like a fish in water. If you ask a fish, how's the water? They go, what the fuck you mean water? What does that mean? So you ask Hillary, how's the corruption? She's like, what do you mean corruption? This isn't fucking corrupt. We just raise money from donors and then we run our campaigns. And don't you want the most money possible? No, not if that money comes with strings attached. They just view that as par for the course. That's politics. You take some money from Wall Street. Okay, you're for deregulation. You're for outsourcing jobs. Whatevs. I'll try to help people in other ways. But yeah, this is just what it is. No, that's not what it is. The only way for the Democrats to win is to embrace justice Democrats. You can't be a justice Democrat and take corporate money and take PAC money. You just can't. You just can't. Then you're not a Justice Democrat, because that's how we know that you're serious and that you're going to represent your constituents and you're going to represent the people, is that you don't have donors who are not the people. So that's the most important thing. And furthermore, read our platform. We show exactly what we're about. Hillary Clinton just goes to the donors and says, give us money. We're in the resistance. We're against Trump. Give us money. What does that mean? What are you for? Are you for Medicare for all? No. Are you for free college? No. Are you for making the minimum wage a living wage and tying it to inflation? No. Are you for ending the wars? No. Are you for a New Deal and a climate change revolution? A climate revolution with green technology and renewable technology that gets us to 100% renewable? No. So you're not for anything. You're just, I'm against Trump. Aren't I a good person? Wall Street, give me money. Well, that is, if anything, giving Trump more power, because the weaker the Democratic opposition is, the more corrupt they are, the more likely it is you keep Donald Trump in power. So the same fucking arguments that they used against Bernie people is the same argument that applies to them. Bernie people warned you, it's because we're against Trump that we need Bernie to be the nominee. You said, no, we need Hillary to be the nominee because Hillary's got the best chance of winning. Well, you were wrong, and now you're doubling down and tripling down, and you're hijacking the resistance. But your resistance is futile. Your resistance is weak because it's not a real resistance, because you're taking Wall Street money and you're keeping the Democratic Party a corrupt shell of its former self. Get the fuck out of the way. It's time for the Justice Democrats wave. You know exactly what we stand for. You know exactly what they stand for. You pick your side.